Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
What do you think of a brother who is unable to marry, still studying, doesn't have a job, unable to, afford the expenses of marriage, and he goes out and gets married without the permission of his parents? Is that something advisable?
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Several things in this question.
Right.
Number one is the issue of he doesn't have a job, he doesn't have income. Would be advisable for somebody like this to marry. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ مِنْكُمْ طَوْلًا. طَوْلًا معناها مالا.
Right.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, those who do not have money to marry, they should have afaf, yani they should have to protect their chastity and to be patient to wait. So one of the means for getting married is to have the ability to open a house, to sustain a family. When this woman came to the Prophet ﷺ, she said, Ya Rasulullah, there are several men proposed to me. And she said, one of them was so-and-so. He said, أَمَّا هَذَا صُعْلُوكَ لَا مَالَ لَهُ. He said, don't marry this woman. He doesn't have money. صُعْلُوك, يعني kind of loser, doesn't have money. Doesn't have a job.
Right,
Don't marry him. So Nabi Sallallahu did not recommend this person, even though he's a great person. And later on became a very well-known, respected figure. But at that time, he doesn't have money to sustain you. He doesn't have money to open a house, to live. I'm not saying he has to be rich, okay?
Yeah.
But he has the ability to earn so he can sustain a marriage. Because marriage is a commitment. And in Islam, marriage, this financial commitment, shoulder of the man.
Right.
Not only Islam, that's what it's supposed to be. That's just the natural thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made men, physically more capable of work. This is the responsibility. Women can contribute, but for us, when a man get married, this is his responsibility to secure, his home, his needs. So that's number one. Number two, and before we go number two, if somebody financially not capable, but his parents will help, her parents will help, she works, that's fine. As long as they figure out a way to start a life and sustainable life.
Right.
But I would say, be careful with this, because my brothers, your wife will not have much respect for you if you still get your money just from your parents, like
an allowance.
And also, you will not have that respect if you just get money from her family. And respect is an important element in marriage, one of the pillars for marriage.
Right.
So make sure that you understand that too. But if there is a help and you're doing and your part, that's good, alhamdulillah. The second point, which is, do the brother need a permission from his parents? Obviously, it's not about taking permission. It's about, this is a family. You can't just tell your parents, text message them, hey, by the way, I got married yesterday. Every parent's waiting for that moment for their son to get married, to be part of that beautiful thing that happened in life, which is marriage. In a sense, permission is not a condition to make the marriage valid for men, but it's the right thing to do. It is the right course of action to take, to consult with them, to talk with them, to make sure that they are on board, supportive of your marriage, giving their blessings, as we say, which it means they make dua for, support you and so forth. Because this wife is going to be basically their daughter-in-law. Your children will become their children too. So it's important to understand that. That's part of birrul walidain. The general concept of being good to your parents, connect to your parents, kind to your parents, is to involve them in something like that. Not saying that they should control that 100% or control it, but they should be part of that process and part of this discussion, part of those important steps in your life. So that will be my advice to such a brother. I would like to say also to all parents that it is good to support our kids, but more important than supporting them financially, to psychologically, and create in them that sense of responsibility and teach them from early age to grow up as responsible young men and women. So if the time comes for marriage, they're ready. In general, as long as it is the legal age of marriage, right, and they are ready, make them ready. Teach them how to get jobs in early time. So by the time of 18, 19, maybe if they want to get married, they know how to start. Even marriage can be in stages. And I mean by that, they made the contract, then the consummation of the marriage will come later on.
Right.
They can do that too, because there's so much fitna also out there. And delaying marriage to 30s or mid-20s or 40s is kind of hard for many people. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for all our young men and women and for all those who are singles to get married.
Barakallah feek, Sheikh. Jazakallah khair.